Alright, we are back. Welcome to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I'm still Supersonic, and with me on commentary, we got Joey Baby 69, the Sonic legend himself, former world record holder of Sonic 2. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing great. A little tired, 1 in the morning for me, but yeah, I'm doing great.
Yeah, it's like 10 in the night for me, so...
Yeah.
But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Do a quick reset, and I'll have Joey handle the majority of the commentary while I focus on the run, because this run is a little more tougher than Sonic 1, so...
Yeah, it's really technical.
Yeah, and without further ado, we'll go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The biggest difference from 1 and 2 is, 1, you have Tails, which will be really useful in a couple of stages later on the levels. The biggest one being in the spin dash. So, a lot of levels in this game he makes a lot of use of different speeds of spin dashes, so it's a very useful tool throughout the game. But yeah, Emerald Act 1, pretty standard level.
Yeah, I think I have to give my speedrunner card to Shadowbee because I didn't get a 20 there. So.
Yeah, the running joke for like most Sonic 2 runners is if you don't get a 20 or better, of course, you gotta hand over your speedrunner card because generally the average run most runners would accept without a reset is generally like a 20, maybe 21 here or there. We have Emerald Hill Act 2, little tricky jumps here and there. As long as you don't bonk or go the wrong way. Getting stuck into the little hole there, but that's all good. But very smooth. So for this boss fight, Supersonic's able to get a quick 4 hits here by timing a roll there. And using Tails to get 2 hits during your iframes, or more like your damage stun, you can get 2 additional hits during your iframes. Still get a sub 40, really nice.
Alright, at least we're out of Emerald Hills.
Yeah, Emerald Hill's all gone. Gotta reset hill.
Exactly.
So Chemical Plant 1, there is generally a 22 is kind of the time you'd want to go for. There is a block cycle halfway through that opens up a little later, right there. Yeah, so you could beat that cycle, but it's really tough. So generally a 22, maybe 23 is a really good time to go for. And making that jump there by using a speed cap. So for Sonic 1 as well, for Sonic 2, if you hold a direction while you're in mid-air, you initiate speed cap. So any speed that you generated that is way above your normal speed cap for running, it gets canceled and you just lose your speed. It's pretty hindering in some spots, but it does has a lot of usage if you need to cut your speed for any reason. One of those being that specifically. So Supersonic is manipulating Tails to open the door, so the game gets fooled to just have the door open up like that, and it skips a good portion of the stage by him reaching a path swapper that allows him to take the alternate path downwards. So you can just skip a lot of the stage, and all of a sudden he's at the boss already. This boss pretty simple, just 8 quick hits, easy stuff. Once you time your jump there, you just hover right over him. Tails can have a tendency to get a little hit there, here and there, but as long as your first jump isn't too high up or there isn't a gap in between hits, you should be fine. But 40 is really nice.
As far as the bitrate goes, it's just blast processing.
Yeah, it's too fast for the stream to handle. Nothing we can do about it. Yeah, so Aquatic Ruin 1, there is, want to take the top route and eventually go downwards to get speed shoes here. A weird quirk about this game, if you get speed shoes and then immediately touch the water, you lose your speed shoes, which is really annoying. So getting a bounce and getting off the water and maintaining that speed shoes to the end of the stage. Get a really nice 26.
A little shaky on the fish jump there, but it is what it is.
So, Super Sonic, are you gonna go for the coin flip?
I'm gonna try.
Or okay. All right. So there's a strat here. Runners dub the coin flip. There is a little bouncer, halfway through the stage right here. That if you time a spin dash towards it, if you're lucky, you can get a really high jump just like that. That's perfect. It takes you to the top half, which eliminates a lot of the slow parts of the water halfway in the stage. So that's the jump you want. It's called the coin flip because it's kind of what it is. You either get it or you don't. It's only so much you can do about it. So Supersonic's getting 8 hits here. Timing a hit on the last one. If you get Robotnik to die at a specific frame in between 2 different animations, you actually skip the exploding cutscene, which saves you 4 seconds. But it's a pretty tight trick, but 42 nonetheless is still a very solid time.
Yeah, I may have been just a frame or two early on that last spin dash there. Although there is a more consistent strat to get that perfect hit, but I haven't learned it quite yet, so.
Yeah. Okay, so this stage, this is where normally runners' worst nightmare when it comes to running this game. You want to stay top path as much as you can. Maintaining speed shoes the whole way through is really tight. You don't want to fall down in any capacity. Supersonic getting through that really cleanly and getting the sub-pixel clip. Nicely done. Nice 28. Yeah, that's a stage. Yeah, that's a stage can go really badly, but nicely done by Super.
Yeah, I usually worry about that one mostly because once you like run out of speed shoes or even fall down somewhere, it can go haywire really quick.
Yeah, nice job, buddy.
Yeah,
so Casino Night 2, same shebang. Gonna get speed shoes immediately at the start of the stage. There's another spare speed shoes that Supersonic may take here. It could help him maintain the speed shoes until the very end of the stage, so he could just have speed shoes the whole way through. Gonna traverse through here. Gonna keep maintaining top route. Gonna bump off the monitor. Not the monitor. The bumper. Yeah. So Super would try to do there is a manipulation to clip into the second flipper there. Unfortunately, didn't get it quite nicely, but could potentially get this one. Yeah. Nicely done. Just squeeze right in between 2 flippers there. Very good. So Robotnik here, pretty simple. Get the first hit, which the first hit actually has a lot of iframes in between hit 1 and 2. So Super's gonna get the first hit and just delay for the next 2 to 8 hits. And really good. So you might notice Supersonic look up there. So this level is considered finished once all the animals are off screen, so just looking up just lets them load despawns much faster, which saves like a second. RTA though, of course.
Yeah.
Alright, we have Hill. I'm sorry, let me look at the script. Helltop Zone, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right there, that's one of the many reasons why this stage has a lot of micro slopes, and it just makes the stage progression just really inconsistent. It's really hard stage to do optimally. So Super is gonna do here is stand in the lava here, wait for the platform to fall down, and you'll just clip right through the stage. Saves going around the normal way using a loop there. Coming through here, getting to the lava section. No sub-pixels, please. Very good. Getting through that quite nicely. Excluding the part getting sub-pixel at the very beginning.
Yeah.
The first ramp.
Had to take a alternative route there.
Yeah, that can happen. Like, just out of your control. That's just what Hilltop is.
Not too short.
Oh, no. Yeah, so Hilltop 2, a big cycle-based level. There are platforms in a cave area that you'll get to halfway through. That I believe is intervals of 4 seconds or so. Gonna miss the first one. Potentially get the second. I'm not too sure.
Probably not.
Oh okay. Maybe third. Yeah. So it's really hard to. Once things go wrong, yeah, that's the platform there. That's the platform that is pretty hard to catch. but afterwards is generally smooth sailing once you get out of that section. That's the part where you can lose a lot of time. Okay, so coming through here, gonna make the drop. Hopefully land on the platform. Oh, got the land there. It's often possible that you just clip right through it if you go too fast at a specific angle, and then you just phase through the lava, regardless if you actually aim towards the platform perfectly or not, which could be really annoying. Speaking of really annoying, Tails can be a bully at this stage too. That boss fight right there. He loves to get his he wants his little turn on the hit there, and then you'll phase right into the lava.
Yeah, fortunately we do need Tails for one trick later in the run, so he'll be tagging along.
Yeah, like 9 times out of 10, Tails is a hindrance, but he's useful, really useful for one stage in particularly, so we'll get to that when we do. So I almost said Metro. Mystic Cave 1, pretty standard stage. There isn't anything overly complex. There is like little micro movements that makes it very interesting. The one thing that's really important is the very end section. The vertical vines that go up and down are screen based, so Supersonic catching the cycle so you can stand right on top of the first one and spin dash off of that just quick enough so it doesn't crush him. So you can just spin dash right through them. Get a solid 36. That's a pretty scary stage because there is no checkpoint taking that route at all.
Yeah, I kind of played that level a little bit safe, but I made it through this fine.
Yeah, so this stage, very straightforward as well. I particularly think Mystic Cave is a very simple stage. Has some cute tech, but overall, it's one of the least, stages you wouldn't worry about, I'd say. Alright, just getting a couple spin dashes, zigzag with spin dashes, and one good clean spin dash to the boss area here. Now gonna try to avoid the ceiling spikes and get a solid 8 hits here. Oh, Tails wanting to get a hit for himself, but overall the fight was still good.
Being a little cheeky there.
Yeah, Tails getting a hit just makes Robotnik and just invincible. Then you just phase right through him and you get in a really awkward situation. Alright, come into Oil Ocean 1. This stage can be pretty brutal. The optimal way is actually sinking through the oil. So you can actually spin dash and dive down into the oil and bypass a lot of collision that normally you'd expect to be there, but it's actually just not low enough in the oil. So if you time jumps correctly, you can just sink right through the oil under the terrain and skip having to play through the whole stage upwards. You can save a lot of time. Yeah, nicely done. One more final jump to make this fan cycle. Very nice. Alright. Nicely done. So, this game has been generally tame. Nothing has gone too crazy yet, but this is where things start to get a little fun. Oil Ocean Act 2, there is a level wrap here. So, Sonic 1 was glitchless, but here's like the first big glitch you'll see. So Supersonic's going to hit this cannon, get damage boost just like that, and he's in this bizarre state as if like he's still in the cannon somewhat. That state is gonna allow him to just zip and clip inside the ceiling, and with enough zip speed, he can zip so far to the left screen boundary to trigger a level wrap, which technically that is overflow, where he just goes past the x-axis to just loop all the way to the right side of the screen. So this fight right here, Supersonic tried to go for a 1 cycle there, but unfortunately just couldn't time the final hit there, but there was a risk that he could have soft locked if he really attempted to get the final hit at a particular point, as if he's just about to go under the oil. It's a bit of a time loss, but overall, that's still a very solid stage.
Yeah, missing that cycle in particular costs roughly about 18 seconds, depending on how many hits you get. Unfortunately, I had a pretty bad second hit there, so I wasn't able to get 7 or even 8. But it's fine though.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough boss to do. So we're going to Metro 1. If Supersonic is going for it, there is a really tough trick coming up here.
I'm gonna try
you're
it
seeing,
once.
yeah, you see him babysitting Tails, and I set this up here. Oh, so close. Yeah, so jumping at getting at a specific point on that crusher there. He's able to clip inside the floor and use that floor to zip him really far to the right. That can allow him to clip in through a wall to just skip having to do this portion. It'll just zip him through like to this part right here. He would just able to be over here, and that saves like 10 seconds. It's a really tricky, risky trick, but it's pretty cool. Yeah, so you saw so right there, first instance of vertical screen wrap. For infinitely scrolling your levels, which Sonic 2 only has one of, if you hold the screen down and jump, you actually trick the game to kind of make it seem like you're way below the screen. So it vertically wraps one time, and when you are vertically wrapping the screen, when objects are off screen, they are considered unloaded. So the nut that he was standing on previously, he was able to clip through it and just use that to go into the floor. So you're seeing right here, he used the platform to sink him to the lava and get him stuck into a wall to initiate another level wrap in a 16-second Metro 2, which normally would take like close to a minute or two.
All right, now this is what we need Tails for.
Right. This is Tails' only reason of existence. So there's a platform at the very start of the stage where the game's coded to let the platform fall down when a character goes off of it. It doesn't matter who it is. So the plan here is have Tails go off of it while Sonic is still leaning towards the very edge of it. And when it sinks down, the game considers Sonic in a wall. And when you're in a wall, the game tries to zip you out of it. So when you zip the opposite direction, you go really fast. And you're not far into the wall enough, so the game clips you back inbounds, and you can use that speed to get you through the wall, the left boundary for a level wrap. Now going for the Metro 3 boss, there is a setup to get all 8 hits on Robotnik here, but it's a really tough trick. So most runners will generally go for the 3-3-2, which is just get 3 hits for the first 2 dive downs and just get the 2 much later. This is looking pretty good. Gonna get the last hit here. But yeah, for a stage that would normally take like maybe a minute 30, like over 2 minutes potentially, can be done in less than a minute, or more often less than 40 minutes if things go right. That's a very tough stage to do. So hope you enjoyed all of that action, because we have none of that here. 2 minutes and 6 seconds of nothing. So hope you enjoy all that. So Super can just stand there until the 50-second mark, because no enemies appear there at that time.
Yeah. So, how you doing, Joey?
I'm doing great. I'll just recite what I said before. I'm tired. It's 1 in the morning, but yeah. But yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah, I know you got a run coming up right after this with Sonic 3 and Knuckles playing as the red dude himself, Knuckles.
Oh yeah, it's such a fun, non-stressful run. Will be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that, as well as the rest of the Sonic block that's coming up. Like for the remainder of the Sonic block. I don't know what I try to say there, but English is hard sometimes.
Very hard.
But yeah, not much to really say about Sky Chase, just pretty much stay alive, because there are no checkpoints in this stage. So if you end up dying, then yeah, back to the beginning you go.
Yeah, it's simple enough where once you've speedrun enough, you don't have to risk dying, but I'm pretty sure there are probably like everyone has probably died in Sky Chase at one point in their speedrun career. I think the one time I've ever died in Sky Chase is I held up left, you know, because that's the safe spot. I went to the kitchen and get something, and then apparently I didn't hold up left enough, because I just got smacked by an enemy, lost my rings, and I wasn't back to save myself for the second hit.
Oh,
I just
man.
died for it. So that was a fun time. So the guarantee time is 2:06 by just standing on the far right. It's technically possible to get a 2:05, but it requires a really precise spin dash and location and jump. And if you mess it up, you could get a 2:07 instead. So either save a second or lose a second. Okay, so Wing Force is probably one of the more technical stages of this game. It actually has memory manipulation. So Supersonic is playing the stage in a certain way. Whoa.
Yeah.
So he is playing the stage a certain way. Also, slope glitch. So leaving the platform there, this is only possible in the Sonic Classic compilation cartridge, Revision 2. So when an object gets deloaded off your feet, you're able to stand in the air and use that glitch to kind of sink you through the floor using slopes, various slopes. Oh, unfortunately that didn't work out. So the memory manip is supposed to let you spin dash inside that ceiling there, which will allow you to just rake in all the 8 hits on this boss here. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. It's a pretty hard thing to just get, especially when little micro movements goes wrong, and it just kind of messes up the whole setup altogether.
Yeah, I think I kind of zipped into the ceiling a little too quick there, so I messed up the subpixels for the memory manipulation, and yeah, I wasn't able to spin dash. Had to take the regular route.
Yeah, that could definitely happen. So this is a very long, grueling cutscene, so this is the last appearance of Tails, at least in gameplay form. And yeah, going to Death Egg. So in Death Egg, there are 2 bosses. You'll fight in Silver Sonic, which is a standard fight, which has a, you know, I mean, I don't want to say it here, but it can potentially soft lock or hard lock you if you time a certain hit a certain way. But, you know, I don't want to jinx it, but, you know, it can happen. And then after that, you'll fight the Death Egg robot. Yeah, so for Silver Sonic, you can easily just get 4 hits by spin dashing in that certain location. Wait till Silver goes to the left and just jump on him for the next remaining 4 hits. Nicely done. And then you have Death Egg Robot, which optimally is probably one of the hardest fights to do. But with proper positioning, you could go for a 2 cycle here and get a 9-3 or 10-2. So what makes this fight really hard is the hitboxes of the Death Egg robots really deceiving. Hitboxes are just kind of out of what you would think they are positioned, and it could be pretty badly. But get a 10-2 there, nicely done. GG's.
All right, cool. 2241 RTA.
Yeah, that's nicely done.
Yeah, thanks, man.